Time now to talk green with that lady who knows everything about green issues, our own eco-fairy, Cara Walker. Welcome back.
Hello, Fred. Nice to be here again.
Nice to have you back on your own today.
On my own. I thought, it's time we've got a little bit personal again. Yes. I felt a bit distanced over there. So
it is nice to have you back on your own because it gets my opportunity to talk to you about the issues that are making news in the green world.
Yeah, I've got a pretty bouncing issue at the moment. I was at the food store the other day trying to buy pet food for my dog, and I'm a vegetarian, as we know, but I come into the choice of kangaroo meat or non-kangaroo meat. I got thinking, is it better to go for an animal that's farmed or an animal that's come from the outback of Australia? I thought I'd look into this a bit further rather than just make my own little story up about it. So what I found out, it is a debate which I think we all need to take within ourselves, but let's get a little bit of information about what's happening here. Turns out kangaroos are the highest cull wildlife species in the world. UK doesn't accept kangaroo meat because they are horrified by the way that we treat them and the cruelty that we have to the slaughter of kangaroos. And there's been massive campaigns Australians don't know about what we do for this industry. We do ship to Europe. Germany ended up rejecting 10,000 kangaroos because of the contamination of them, and now they're looking for an alternative source to it. It is such a strange little thing which we don't know about within Australia. So basically, kangaroos, if we drive around, we see them everywhere. They're either dead at the side of the road or you go. So we think they're everywhere, so it's okay. The government decides to kill 15% of the estimated kangaroo population around the place. And what they do to estimate this, they fly over in a helicopter and they count from the air, and they have some kind of magical system and decide how many there were. Now, just for statistics, in 2001 they thought there was around 57 million kangaroos, and with this 15% cull, by 2008 we now have 25 million kangaroos.
Wow, that's a lot of kangaroos.
That's less than half, though, have gone down, but we're still doing 15%. So something's telling me that it's not working. I understand that there maybe needs to be some sort of system. I'm going to give a bit of leeway.
Is the story all... I mean, I know the whole conservation thing and animal welfare, but is there a situation where you would say it is good that we need to cull the kangaroos?
I mean, it depends on who you're talking to. The farmers are often saying that they're eating the crops. But then I would look and say, well, we're doing European farming on lands which just aren't suited to the crops and to the animals that we have out there. We're fencing them off, and kangaroos, this is their actual, this is their home.
So what do you think? Is the argument valid that they're doing the right thing?
I think it needs to be looked at because it isn't being governed. For the fact that we had dropped in species, over 10 years, we've got less than half of what we did 10 years ago. That's showing that there is a dramatic effect happening here, and if we don't look at it now, it's going to come to the point where, in Tasmania, we just killed away, species suddenly go missing, and it's because no one governs it. And there's the government, this is a $60 million industry within Australia for exporting and selling for...
That was my next question. What happens to all the kangaroos?
Yeah, okay, so it's eaten for dog food, and now it's become a big thing because it's protein high in
People
protein.
like eating it now.
It's less fat, so it's become a popular meat to eat.
It's a different meat, but I have seen it's a lot darker.
Yeah,
It looks a lot more, I don't know, a heavier type of meat to eat. Have you tried it yourself?
No, I haven't eaten meat food.
Oh, no, because you're vegetarian. Have you seen anyone eat it?
I was forced as a child.
Has anyone you know eaten it and said to you?
No, I haven't. And to be honest, I get a bit... It didn't fit right to me when I just see it in places, because I'm starting to see it everywhere. In your local burger bistros, in Peko Peko, which is a sushi place. I was like, when are you putting kangaroo meat in sushi? And I started thinking, they're doing a lot of marketing on it now, and I think people should know what the actual industry is happening. Now, there's actually no governing on the point of kill. These guys they have to have a licence. There's 2,000 licensed killers, cullers, whatever you want to call them. So 2009, they killed over 4 million Australian-wide. Now, that is for the meat industry, but that does not include, if they kill a female, 2 joeys are killed as well. That does not count them. Oh, wow. They are either decapitated, they run off into the wild and killed by exposure, or they're crushed by a heavy object. There's no other animal in the world that is allowed to be killed like that apart from the harp seal. So this is where the people around the world are upset in Australia.
So what do we need to do to stop this happening?
What I want people to do is just question decision right now. Have a look, do some research and see what feels right for you rather than just accepting the marketing that's coming through. Let's just have a look at the industry and maybe write it and say, can we look at the way that we're counting and maybe reduce the cull a bit more? Understand that people are meat eaters and are looking for a healthy option of meat.
I think we can do without eating kangaroos, but we've got plenty of meat.
Well, it's our Australian emblem. That's what I wonder, it can't go backwards, they can't be farmed, it's a beautiful species, and we can get so much money from tourism. People come to look at this beautiful, unique creature.
And I think there's going to be a point where we stop looking to animals every single. I mean, we're doing horses now, kangaroos.
We have a
What's
huge meat
next?
addiction,
Cat
I
and
think.
dog.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
In some countries, they do eat those animals.
They do eat those
It's
meats,
terrible.
and you know, it's like I said, I have to give a leeway. I'm vegetarian, but other people do eat meat. But again, I just think you should maybe look at the decision a bit more and have a bit of heart to what you're doing.
Thank you very much, Cara.
Thank you
For
for
more
having me.
information, check out our website, which is thecouch.com.au, as Cara always says. Check on the segment link and you'll see her lovely face there. Click on it and it'll take you to a website and she'll have all the details there about the kangaroos, I'm assuming, Cara?
Yes, I will.
Am I right there? Thank you very much.